Hey, everybody. All right, so I'm back for another early morning chit chat. Hello, everybody. Hi, I'm on YouTube at Average Black Girl right now. I'm streaming. I'm also on Facebook for Danielle Mitchell, and I'm on Instagram for Danny So Fancy. And I also am live right now in my Facebook group, my accountability Facebook group, Marketing Makes Sense. So if you need a little bit extra help, some added every day talking about something, learning about something, pushing for sales, that's the group that you want to be in. So today I want to sit here and chat. And hello, John. Thank you for joining my live. We want to talk about how to collect testimonials for your business. First, I want to express why it's important for testimonials, right? So before you start scaling and servicing everybody, people want to make sure that you're not a scam or that you're not some, scam place from China that just popped up last week or whatever, and you just want to take the money, and it's not something that is going to be beneficial for either person. And so what you want to do to combat that is have some testimonials, because of what people do with testimonials is they go and they check out who you're servicing, and who you're servicing. Does the person look like them? Did they have the same kind of problem or business or service or whatever it is? Can they identify with who your customer is? And then they want to go out and ask them questions, and they want to make sure that it's a real person. So that's why Facebook reviews are so beneficial, because I know personally, I've actually gone through and reached out to people that were serviced, and I asked questions. Hey, what did you think about this? And sometimes they respond back to me and say, oh my God, they're amazing. It was great. And sometimes they respond back to me and say, you know what? I really didn't see any benefit of working with this platform or program or service or whatever. And I do my due diligence, and it's beneficial. Either way, it's what I like to go and ask people before I dive in, especially if it's something that is really, really more high ends, more ticketed. You want to make sure that you do your due diligence. And so how are you able to allow people to do their due diligence to check out about you? Is that you have good reviews, and that you are servicing people and making sure that those people that are working with you are taking that extra 5 minutes to leave you a raving review. That's what you want. That's going to help you in the long run. So how do you go about doing that, especially if you don't have any testimonials at all, if you're starting from scratch? Here are 3 different ways that you can go about in giving testimonials. The first way is that you can offer your service, your product, your brand for free in exchange for the testimonial. Now, I don't think you need to do this for a lot of people, but you want to look and see, what does your service or your industry have? What is their norm? A lot of services and industries don't have testimonials, a lot of them. So you can have a goal of having 5 or 4 and still hit your goal. Some of them have a whole lot. So this may be something that you're going to have a longer strategy for. Maybe your goal is to have 5 a month or 5 a week. And this is going to be a 10-week strategy or a 5-month strategy until you get that goal where you're hitting that industry expert type of testimonial, right? So what does that look like? That can look like you identifying and picking winners that get your stuff in exchange, right? That's that fun part. That's that exclusivity where they're earning the testimonial, right? They're earning your products, but in exchange for the product, you're saying, like, this is what I need you to do. But when you do giveaways and challenges, that's another marketing ploy. Because now it's, you got to like this or share or tag people and all types of stuff. And people will do a lot of things for free. It's fun. Plus, they're going to give you that review most times anyway because it is free and they did win. But if you put that in your marks, if that's what you need them to do, then they'll do it, right? A lot of people with giveaways, they follow directions because they want to win. And if they win the first time, they want to continue to work with you, continue to win. Like it's a win-win situation for everyone. So I think that is something that you definitely want to get into. The next thing that you can try to do is you can give things for a discount for like the first 10 or 20 or whatever it is that you're launching. Say you're launching an ebook. This is what I did for my last workbook / ebook. I gave away, I want to say 9 for a lower cost, right? It was a drastically lower cost, but it was in exchange for the reviews and the testimonials. And for me, I did have to do my due diligence of following up with people to get the testimonial, but it wasn't a big deal because they already knew what they signed up for. So it was a really, really, really easy situation. It was an easy win. It was an easy way to get my goal, right? And now that is actually one of my best sellers, not just because of like the content, but because when people go, they see that other people have bought. And I have the reviews both on the actual website, and then I have them on the Facebook fan page as well. Same thing for Amazon reviews, right? If you're selling something on Amazon and you want Amazon reviews, they help. This thing works for all people. It works for all products. You need reviews. You need reviews because, again, it shows social proof. A lot of people want to be a first mover, but they don't want to be first, right? First mover is when you are the first wave of something new, like Clubhouse, for example. That is the first wave of people getting on it. People are hosting things, they're making connections, and will it in the future maybe get bogged down? Will it in the future maybe get to a place where it's not what it is now, but right now it's the connections, and it's just like any other networking. In order to get with other rooms, you got to connect with other people and follow like-minded individuals and follow rooms and follow different clubhouses and stuff like that. So it's interesting, it's time consuming, but it's going to be a lot easier now because even in that group, they're talking about how they're going to monetize it in the future and how they're looking to maybe charging people that have clubhouses and stuff. So you want to host your rooms and get your clubhouse now before, because, at least how I am, I don't want to be paying for something that other people got for free. Who does, right? And that is the whole first mover. But people want to make sure that it's actually great, right? A lot of people didn't join until they heard the reviews, till they heard the articles, till they heard the benefits of it. That is essentially what you're creating for your brand, your product as well. You're creating that whole system. Now, you want to be strategic with your reviews as well. See, a lot of people get into you get into the rut of only connecting with people that you know and not who you want your target audience to be. So for instance, if you want a diverse audience, then make sure that you have a diverse testimonials. And diverse is not just through race or sex, but also age, right? If you want to work with various different types of people that span across different ages, then you want to make sure that you have an older, maybe white woman or an older Asian man, plus a young, Black woman or a young teen or something like that. You want to make sure that you have different types of testimonials because, again, a lot of people go to those testimonials and say, hey, I see that you're promising this marketing thing, but can you work with product-based businesses, or can you work with businesses that are geared toward women or men or teens? People have those questions. And so it would be really beneficial, especially as a closer, for you to give an example of you working in something similar, right? That's the gag. That's when it's amazing. That's when it's really, really fun, when you're able to do those things. So that is what I want you to think about when you're trying to grow your business. Yes, start with your friends. Yes, start with your family and people that you know. That's where most people start. But when you start growing, you want to make sure that you also are reaching out to people that have the face of the demographic that you're trying to get into. And that's where strategy comes in. That's where you understanding who your target is and what their behaviors are. And once you understand what their behaviors are, you can also start understanding what are going to be some of their staples that are going to stop you from closing, right? Once you figure out that, your sales are a lot easier because you've already gone through so many questions and so many testimonials that people are able to go straight from you. And you're able to have a list of some of your rebuttals, right? That's when you can start growing and building your sales team, because you've already combated what they're going to say. And now you can train. Hey, when a person says this is what you come across. Well, these are our price structures. This is what we're selling. This is what we're doing. This is our product. This is our service. And you can grow and scale. And a lot of people don't really 100% know what it is that they're selling or what there is that they're trying to do. And so when you take a step back and you figure that out outside of you and your secret sauce, it's very easy for you to kind of help and grow. And as a service-based business, pick a category because you can always create multiple things, right? If you, for instance, within marketing, I'm teaching people how to make money online and market online and create businesses online. Well, I can do a masterclass and ask for testimonials after a class, right? And give that for free. It doesn't have to be like the actual product or the actual service. If you've came to a class, if you've done a course, if you've done a training, even if you've done a live training and people have found benefit, you can say, if you found benefit from me teaching, from me doing a live training, from going to a webinar, from doing a masterclass, or even a course, you can go and leave a comment or leave a review. People can do that too. So a lot of times we make it so complicated where we're like, look, I just had this new thing that I'm launching. So I got to have X amount of testimonies for this one particular thing, not thinking of the bigger picture. A lot of people that have been working with me, you guys have done 30-day live challenges. You guys have done speaking engagements. You guys have done one-on-one consulting with people. You guys have done training classes. You've done speaking engagements with organizations. All of those things count as a service that you can then go and say, hey, can you leave me a testimonial from something that I've done? And now you have all these different people from all over the different spaces that you've done in 2020, even virtually. But you're too afraid to ask or not thinking like that doesn't count. It does count. It does. Even going to like different people that you worked with before, a lot of the testimonials that you want people to see, those are transferable skills. So some of the transferable skills that you can talk about are, one, are you responsive? Are you nice? Can you work well in conflict? Do you mean what you say? Those things transpire to your business, to contracts, to working with different people. They transpire all the time. And I think that that is one of the things that we miss. We always feel like I'm just starting this business. I'm from day one. And it's like, well, what did you do before? You had a life, right? You had experiences. You had a career. You had a degree. You had something that you were doing. That counts. That counts. That builds you up. That's my story. I know that the corporate experience that I had made entrepreneurship and the transition a lot easier, made pivoting a lot easier, made my confidence building a lot easier because I didn't start from nothing. I just pivoted or transitioned what my already great skills were, my transferable skills, where my technical skills were, and now I'm just making it under my own brand. And even then it changes. This year, I've kind of moved from under my average Black girl brand to branding myself. Like I have a name. I don't want to be known as average Black girl. I want to be known as Danielle. That's my name. And as we work with different orgs and different brands, yes, you can still go to that. That'll always be there for your resources and your courses and books and planners and things like that. But as I grow, like, who knows what's going to happen? But when it happens, I want you to be able to already Google me. I want you to already be able to find information about me. I want to already make a name for myself. And that's just the transition and the pivoting that goes with your brand and as your business. And that's the next thing I want to talk about. A lot of people hide under their business. And I get it, right? You don't want to always be the face of the name. You don't want people coming to you for like sales problems and questions and things like that. But there's power in your personality. There's power in your personality. I know so many people are like, I don't want to go live, or I don't want to share my personality. I want to be super professional. And I get it. I really do. But there is power in your personality. There are people that come and there's a reason why your personal brand gets more engagement than your business brand. There's a reason. It's because sometimes it's boring and you got to figure a way to engage. You got to figure a way to make it differential. You got to find a way to make it that aha moment or that it factor. And a lot of people don't have the it factor because they're hiding it, which the it factor for a lot of people is you. It's going to be you. I had one person that was like, well, I'm too busy. Can you be the face of my brand? And I'm like, look, I really can be the face of your brand if that's what you want me to be. But understand, if I'm going to continue over and over and over to hop out into the face of your brand, then your people are eventually going to follow me and want to know what I'm doing and want to know where I'm at. If you're okay with that, then let's go. But that's just normal, right? Look at all the lead singers of these different bands. The face of the band, a lot of times the lead singer goes out and has the best career out of all the different singers. There's a reason for that, because they were the face of the brand. So when they go and do their own thing, majority of the people follow the main bandmate. There's a reason for that. It's not that they are always the quote unquote best singer, but they're the face of the brand. People have built a connection with the brand, but more importantly, with the face of the brand, the lead singer. And so now they're going to follow that face of the brand, that lead singer, wherever they go. And everybody else is here kind of fading to the abyss. Now, if you're okay with that, then by all means, hire other people, let other people be the face, do all that stuff. If you're not okay with that, then you need to think twice before you really push out trying to have someone else be the face of your brand. And no, you can't go back. It's going to be 10 times hard to be like, hey, actually, I'm the owner. Like me, follow me. When somebody has built a connection with that person. It's a reason why Rihanna's clothing line and brands are doing so well. She's built a cult-like following from her music. And now whatever she does, people are going to buy just off the strength that they are buying into her, just off the strength that they like her. So it doesn't matter what other people are doing. It doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. You're going to love her through it. You're going to support her through it. You may get some feedback, but you're going to still ride for it because you built that connection. And so, yes, I know it's a lot. Yes, I know that it's time consuming. Yes, I know that your days aren't consistent. But what I'm saying is that if you take your time out and be consistent to your audience will then come back and give that loyalty to you. And if you give that to someone else, then be okay with everything that comes with it. The good, the bad, the ugly. Be okay with everything that comes with it. And for a lot of people, you're going to go back and be like, no, I want to be the face of my brand. Yes, I may have some of my employees come in and do something, but I need to have some CEO chats within here. I need them to know who I am. I need them to follow me so that when you transition, when you pivot, when you got another brand, when you're coming out to be a judge or a shark or an investment, people know, one, who you are. And then they're riding with you and wanting to support whatever that next thing is. Other than that, you'll have a hard time building that second brand, just like you had the hard time building that first brand. All right, well, it's at my 20-minute mark. I've had a great time discussing and chatting with you on how to collect testimonials. Please go out and strategize on how you can get some. I would love if you're like, I need a goal. I don't know how to do this. Your goal is to get 5 testimonials. Get 5 testimonials. They can be on your LinkedIn. They can be on your Facebook fan page. They can be on your websites. They can even, if they text you their testimonials and how proud they are and how happy they are, you can screenshot that with their permission, and you can use that to post. All of that counts. There's no right or wrong. You can do some, you can do all of them. But that is your goal. That's your homework for this weekend, to strategize and get 5 testimonials. And if it takes you to the end of the month, fine. If you can get it by the end of the week, great. And I mean 7 days from now. So by next Friday, if you can get it by then, great. But that is your goal. All right, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.